Hey guys, welcome back to some more astrology. Today we're going to be reading about those born on April 23rd from the book, The Secret Language of Birthdays. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. We are halfway through, so the week is nearly over. So April 23rd is the day of adopted security. And this is from 2 to 4 degrees of Taurus. It is within the Aries-Taurus cusp, and it is fixed Earth. Born on this day, we have William Shakespeare, Catherine de' Medici, Max Planck, Joseph Turner, Sergei Prokofiev, Vladimir Nabokov, James Buchanan, Shirley Temple Black, Roy Orbison, Bernadette Delvin, Stephen Douglas, Warren Spahn, Chauncey Depew, and Bud Wilkinson, Robert Wright, George Steiner, Lee Majors, and Gail Goodrich. Those born on April 23rd seek the best haven for their considerable talents and will not rest until they have established themselves under the auspices of a recognized or powerful organization. This does not necessarily mean that they will be employed directly by that organization, though it is often the case, but that the organization will serve as a kind of patron for them, perhaps recommending them to others and opening doors. April 23rd people can often be found marrying into a family which will take them under its wing. Those born on this day care little for an isolated life. They need to exert their power within a larger social sphere. Financial success and security are of paramount importance to them. Those in the arts, like the writers, journalists, and painters, or in business, like manufacturers or shopkeepers, rely on building up a following which will, year in and year out, continue to buy their books or their products. April 23rd people who perform a service, like doctors, lawyers, accountants, will carefully build a clientele knowing that without it, they are lost. April 23rd people manage to express themselves as individuals within the family or professional sphere, but they will never want to be so outspoken as to lose the support of the group with which they are involved in. In these respects, they are very dependent on the goodwill and trust of others. A danger exists to this much-needed security from the impulsive side of their nature, which craves excitement. Those born on this day may at times act rashly, jeopardizing their position. If April 23 people are able to direct a longing for change and stimulation into their work while keeping their personal lives in balance, they will succeed. If not, they may disrupt both their business and family life with all sorts of impulsive schemes. April 23rd people are more than happy to continue any chosen activity for a lifetime. If they repress their individuality too much, however, they run the risk of losing the interest of others. The trick for them is to regularly innovate, to bring to the fore well-thought-out new projects which will move them forward. Should they settle for a contented stick-in-the-mud existence, they will be working at cross purposes with their own highly creative nature. An April 23rd person often has a sharp, keen eye for the foibles of others and a very deep understanding of human character and motives. Care must be taken to use this highly insightful and incisive bent constructively, especially if teaching or parenting. April 23rd people must wield their considerable influence over others wisely, and from time to time, exercise control over their nimble minds and sharp tongues. And now for numbers and planets. So the numbers and planets, those born on the 23rd of the month are ruled by the number 5 and by the planet Mercury. So since Mercury represents quickness of thought and change, those born on this day must find a way to balance such energy with a strong need for security. They may have to rein in those impulses which have them driving in the fast lane. Impulses which are emphasized by the influence of Mars and Venus, right? Because remember, it's the Aries Taurus cusp. Aries is ruled by Mars, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Fortunately, the hard knocks that those ruled by the number 5 receive in life typically will have little lasting effect. And in the tarot, the 5th card of the major arcana is the Hierophant. I'm going to go get that really quick for you guys and show you. It is the card of Taurus. Counterpart to the High Priestess. So, the Hierophant, an interpreter of sacred mysteries who is symbolic of human understanding and of faith. His knowledge is esoteric, and he has authority over things unseen. Favorable traits conferred by this card are self-assuredness, absence of doubt, and proper interpretation. Unfavorable traits are moralizing, bombast, and dogmatism. Yep. And now for the health. So April 23rd, people must be careful to prepare for their old age. Too often they sink into fixed repetitive habits as they get older, which rob them of a youthful capacity for change and can literally cripple them. Therefore, continued mild to moderate exercise is advisable. Spending time with their grandchildren and or doing volunteer work with children will keep them lively and in touch with youthful energies. Those born on this day are vulnerable to arthritis of all sorts, particularly of the neck. They are also prone to hearing loss and dizziness. In extreme cases, Meniere's syndrome, particularly with arthritis, a regular program of moderate physical exercise can stave off deterioration and stiffening of joints and maintain a greater degree of flexibility into old age. Their tastes in food are quite sophisticated and wide-ranged, but their love for bread, butter, and pastries can be fatal. This desire for earth foods should be guided in the direction of cereals, rice, bulgur, and polenta. Some advice: have more confidence in your ability to operate on your own. Beware of becoming fixed. Try to be more flexible. Let your emotions out and follow your hunches. Balance your personal life. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, but be tactful and kind. In the meditation, this is a place to be alone. Strengths: social, secure, careful. Weaknesses: inflexible, anxious, repressed. And that's what I have for those born on April 23rd. I hope you guys liked it. And until tomorrow, we will go over April 24th. Hope you have a good day.